Things I'm thankful for: a judge telling Uber that they can't put their drivers through arbitration under certain circumstances.
Xbox, Twitter, Uber,
Postmates,
Netflix, MoviePass,
Google,
Facebook, eBay,
DoorDash,
Apple, Amazon, Airbnb,
The Apptrepreneur. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. If this is your first time here, please do me a favor. Click that subscribe button below, ring that bell notification. We upload on a near daily basis discussions about Uber, Postmates, DoorDash, Netflix, sometimes even Xbox, whatever. We're the Apptrepreneur, so there you go. Now, anyway, let's talk about arbitration a little bit, because arbitration is a very sensitive topic for Uber and Lyft drivers. Arbitration is actually a sensitive topic for a lot of employers, but especially Uber and Lyft drivers, because Uber and Lyft have been trying to keep cases out of courts for years. They say, hey, they're independent contractors. They sign an agreement that says that if there's a problem, they have to go through arbitration before anything can get resolved. And the problem with going through arbitration is that usually the lawyers that go through arbitration are paid by the company you have a complaint with or have a problem with, and they will almost always, with very, very few exceptions, side with the company. And it's a way that they can basically keep all of the dirty laundry inside, so to speak, while also not being held accountable. However, this has been challenged for a long time, and under a certain circumstance, at least in California, Uber drivers might not have to go through arbitration at all. So here's the thing. According to a judge this is from the LA Times, Uber drivers who make airport runs may be exempt from arbitration. This is actually fascinating. So, California won a minor ruling against Uber Technologies, Inc. that stands to open up a bigger front in the fight by drivers for better benefits, especially for those who make airport runs and cross state lines. A state judge suggested that such drivers may not be subject to the company's arbitration requirement for employment disputes because they are involved in interstate commerce. Wow. Once in a while, I am amazed at some of the legal terms that are used on this channel and how they're used against Uber. I'm also equally amazed at how they're used against the drivers, but you take the hits as well as when you what's the old saying go? You take the losses as well as the wins. So he blocked Uber for now from proceeding with closed-door arbitration against a driver who filed a complaint with the California Labor Commission office over unpaid wages, overtime, and expenses. Uber has relied on arbitration and settlements to defend lawsuits by drivers seeking the benefits of employees. It has also settled arbitration claims en masse. Experts said the ruling, although incremental, carries added weight because California Labor Secretary Julie Su wants driver Sangam Patel's claims argued in a proceeding before her agency. Charlotte Garden, a professor at Seattle University School of Law, said the case is important because, unlike private lawyers, Su won't settle with Uber, which is good, by the way. That's another thing about these lawsuits against Uber. This is why I get so cynical about class action lawsuits. I have read class action lawsuit in my comments so many stinking times, and I just brush it off. People say, why do you brush it off? It's a class action. Yeah, you don't get anything. A bunch of people get together, they'll go to a lawyer, and the lawyer will settle, because the lawyer gets about 30% of the settlement. So if Uber says, hey, we are going to pay you $10 million to settle, hey, the lawyer gets $3 million, while everyone else gets $20. I mean, the lawyer makes out like a bandit in these cases. So I am happy there's at least one person who won't settle with Uber. Sue's efforts to challenge Uber's arbitration agreement reflect a trend of regulators who are increasingly skeptical of the company's arguments that they should be allowed to police themselves. Well, yeah, they should have been skeptical about that a long time ago, considering Uber entered most of the markets illegally. Patel frequently took passengers to and from San Francisco International Airport. His case also concerns drivers who frequently cross state lines, including those transporting Lake Tahoe passengers between the casinos, hotels, and ski areas, dotting the interceptional border between California and Nevada. That's right, Lake Tahoe, stuck between California and Nevada. So if you're driving people around there, you're crossing the border all the time. At a hearing Thursday, San Francisco County Superior Judge Richard Ulmer described the boundary as a line in the street. Uber's lawyer, Sophia Benia, argued that the airport trips don't amount to interstate commerce. She said the work of Uber drivers is inherently local and drew a skeptical response from Ulmer when she told the judge that California drivers under their contract are allowed to take passengers only into Nevada and forbidden to do the opposite. Yeah, that is interesting. And it's illegal for Daly City taxi cabs to come to San Francisco. They do it every day, the judge said, referring to trips between the adjacent cities. Noting similar cases in Philadelphia and Minnesota, Ulmer said it was useful for fact gathering and information sharing to move forward in the case because California's labor secretary requested it. Quote, Uber cases of all stripes seem to proliferate, the judge said, adding that it would be useful to get the ruling on whether drivers who go to the airport and across state lines are exempt from arbitration. Why not get it over with? Yeah, why not get it over with? Why not? We're here. We're talking about it right now. Let's get it over with. Of course, I know Uber and Lyft wouldn't want... Because here's the thing about Uber and Lyft. They will want to drag this out. Because here's the thing. There is a possibility. There is. So I'm not saying like this is like a slam dunk thing. They're just talking about it right now. There's a huge possibility that, hey, they'll talk about this and they'll do this and then they will decide, well, hey, no, you cross the state lines, you're still subject to arbitration. It is totally plausible and feasible that that would happen. But here's why Uber would want to delay that argument. Because what if they don't agree? What if they think, hey, you cross the state border, you're not subject to arbitration anymore because it's like a multi-state thing now? Well, that could still hurt Uber. So what are they going to do in the meantime? They're going to delay. They are going to delay that response. So here's the thing. If this thing comes up that these drivers are no longer subject to arbitration because they're crossing the county line, then Uber wants to delay that as much as possible so that it doesn't get enforced that frequently. However, if they discuss this all and the judge rules that, hey, you know what? No, they are subject to arbitration, Uber would still want to delay it because guess what? It keeps them preoccupied with other issues. This is probably not an issue that Uber is too concerned about. If we're being honest, they've got way bigger fish to fry. However, they don't want people to start getting out of arbitration. And as long as we can talk about arbitration, maybe we can get off that whole AB5 thing and talking about, minimum wage and benefits and stuff like that. There is always a method of madness to what Uber does. And all companies do this. All of them do this. You might remember we did a story and there was a lawyer and an Uber lawyer, and they kept saying you're drivers, and the Uber lawyer kept interrupting saying independent contractors, and the lawyer was like so fed up, he's like, hey, you keep saying that, we're going to be here all day, and the Uber lawyer was like, fine by me. There is precedent for Uber delaying as much as possible. So this doesn't surprise me at all. Now, here's what Garden said about the ruling. It makes sense that a public official charged with protecting workers' rights has access to the information she needs to do that job efficiently. I think assuming arguing this against Uber. So yeah, no, I agree with that. So yeah, this is interesting. I didn't expect that to be something that we'd be talking about today on this fine Thanksgiving day. What a day. We talk about Toys R Us, and we talk about Disney, and look, we still get the Uber news in there. So 3 videos, one of them that most of you want to hear about. I'd say that's a good day, and I get to branch out into other topics as well. So yeah, I am very thankful for this day. But anyway, that's where we're going to leave this particular topic. What says you? Do you think this has a chance of succeeding? Are you happy to hear about this? Are you not? If so, why not? I would love to know. I'm probably not going to be on the comment section today, but I will be back tomorrow. So please, whatever your thoughts are, comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course. Excuse me. But even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly, and you get access to my Patreon's exclusive blog. Also, if gas prices are getting just a little down, check out the Get Upside app below. It's totally free, but you get cash back on every gas purchase out there. If you want more content from me, check me out at Kevin T. Rodriguez, the Apptrepreneur Vlogs, and Autograph Hound. And finally, if you want to talk to me or other fellow Uber drivers out there, check us out at the Apptrepreneur Hangouts on Facebook. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.